Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about something really cool. Chemical reactions. These are changes that happen when different substances mix together to form something new. You might not always notice it, but chemical reactions are happening all around you, every single day. When you cook your food, clean with certain products, light a candle, or just even breathe in oxygen, you're watching chemistry in action. Scientists have organized most chemical reactions into 5 main types. Once you understand them, you'll start seeing them in your kitchen, outside in nature, in engines, and even inside your own body. Let's begin with the first type. A synthesis reaction. The word synthesis means to put together. In this kind of reaction, two or more simple substances come together to form something more complex. You can think of it like building a sandwich. You start with pieces of bread, cheese, and ham, and put them together to make a ham sandwich. In chemistry, a great example is when hydrogen gas, H2, and oxygen gas, O2, come together to form water. The second type is the decomposition reaction, which is basically the opposite of synthesis. Instead of building something, decomposition reactions are about breaking one substance apart into two or more simpler ones. You can picture this like taking your own sandwich apart and ending up with the bread, cheese, and ham again. A good example is hydrogen peroxide, the liquid some people use to clean cuts. When hydrogen peroxide sits out or exposed to light, it breaks down into water and oxygen gas. Another example is when certain rocks or minerals break down under heat or light, releasing gases or turning into powder. So decomposition reactions are all about breaking things down into their own separate parts. Next is the single replacement reaction. In this type, one element replaces another in a compound. Like a game of musical chairs, one person steps in and someone else gets pushed out. An example is when you have an old rusty pipe with water and a new cleaner pipe. The new pipe will replace the old rusty pipe and take its place. This kind of reaction also happens inside batteries, where metal replaces each other to help create an electric current. Some type of corrosions, like when certain metals change color, are also single replacement reactions. Now, let's move on to the double replacement reaction. This is when two compounds switch parts with each other to make two new compounds. You can think of it like two dance partners switching partners mid song. A fun and simple example is what happens when you mix baking soda and vinegar. When they mix, the parts swap places, creating a new compound and releasing carbon dioxide gas. That's where all the fizzing comes from, and it's why this reaction is often used in science fair volcanoes. It also happens when baking soda, where reactions help cakes and cookies rise by creating little bubbles of gas in the dough. The last type is a combustion reaction, which is all about burning. A combustion reaction occurs when a substance reacts quickly with oxygen, releasing heat and light. These reactions are responsible for much of the energy we use in daily life. From warming our homes to powering vehicles, a classic example of combustion is a campfire. When wood burns, it reacts with oxygen in the air and produces carbon dioxide, CO2, water vapor, H2O, and energy in the form of heat and light. You can see this energy in the flickering flames and feel its warmth. Another everyday example is lighting a candle. The wax serves as fuel. As it melts and vaporizes it, it reacts with oxygen to sustain the flame. Now, let's quickly review the 5 main types of chemical reactions. Synthesis reactions put things together, combining two or more substances to make something new. Decomposition reactions break things apart. A single compound breaks down into simpler substances. Single replacement reactions involve one element kicking out another element of a compound. Double replacement reactions involve two compounds swapping parts to form two new compounds. Combustion reactions involve burning something with oxygen to release heat, light, or other forms of energy. Thank you guys so much for listening, and remember, chemistry is everywhere, not just in science classes, laboratories. It's in your home, in nature, in your food, and even inside your body. Once you've learned the basics, you'll start noticing chemical reactions happening all the time, often in ways you'll never realize before. So keep exploring, stay curious, and never forget, chemistry is life in action.